The Senate will come to order. Members, please stand. Today we will pause for a moment of silent prayer and reflection. After the silent prayer and reflection, please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. The Secretary will take the roll.
Senators Abler, Anderson, Bach, Benson, Bigham, Carlson, Chamberlain, Champion, Clausen, Coleman, Swedzinski, Dames, Dibble, Dornick, Draheim, Duckworth, Dietzick, Eaton, Eichhorn, Eakin, Thate, Franzen, Frenz, Gazelka, Goggin, Herr, Hoffman, Housley, Howe, Ingebrigtsen, Isaacson, Jasinski, Johnson, Johnson, Stewart, Kent, Kiffmeyer, Klein, Coran, Kunish, Lang, Latz, Limmer, Marty, Matthews, McEwen, Miller, Murphy, Nelson, Newman, Newton, Osmic, Pappas, Port, Pratt, Putnam, Rarick, Rest, Rosen, Rude, Senjum, Tomasoni, Torres-Ray, Utke, Weber, Westrom, Uyghur, Wickland.
A quorum is present. Pursuant to Rule 14.1, the following members intend to vote under Rule 40.7. Senators Anderson, Carlson, Chamberlain, Clausen, Dibble, Dietzick, Eaton, Goggin, Ingebrigtsen, Isaacson, Kunish, Latz, Newman, Newton, Pappas, Torres-Ray, and Wickland. Members will begin on the agenda today with the second order of business, executive and official communications. Please make note of the communications listed in the agenda. There's no further action required on those communications. Next, we'll move to the eighth order of business, introduction and first reading of Senate bills. Listed in today's introduction calendar are Senate file numbers 26 through 57. These Senate files will be given their first reading and referred as indicated. Members, we'll move to the ninth order of business, motions and resolutions. There are several authors' motions listed in the agenda. We'll take these authors' motions as one motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed say no. Motion prevails. Senate Resolution number 9 will be referred to the Committee on Rules and Administration. I will now call on Senator Herr, who I believe wants to the Secretary will read Senate Concurrent Resolution number 3.
Senators Gazelka and Kent introduce Senate Concurrent Resolution number 3, a Senate Concurrent Resolution relating to adjournment for more than 3 days.
Senator Gazelka.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that Senate Concurrent Resolution number 3 be adopted.
To that motion, Senator Gazelka.
Mr. President, members, Monday is Martin Luther King Day, and we would prefer not to meet on that day, instead meet the following day.
Gazelka renews his motion to adopt Senate Concurrent Resolution number 3. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say no. We'll take a brief pause to gather the votes of the members in alternate locations. Receiving a sufficient number of aye votes, the motion prevails and Senate Concurrent Resolution number 3 is adopted. Members, we're going to call on Senator Hur to recess so a proclamation can be read. Senator Hur.
Thank you, Mr. President. And
Senator Hur, move for a brief recess.
Mr. President, I move for a brief recess.
Senator Hur moves for a brief recess. All those in favor say aye. Opposed say no. Motion prevails. The Senate is in recess. Senator Hur.
Mr. President, the current people of Myanmar has made Minnesota their new home, and they're honored that Governor Tim Walz has proclaimed and recognized Karen New Year's this week, and so some of their leaders have asked me to read the proclamation on the Senate's floor here, and so I really appreciate that. The Karen community mostly live in my district, Eastside St. Paul, but they're scattered out to Ramsey County and Lakota County and also Anoka County and Brooklyn Center. So I also want Senator Lindsey Port and Senator Hoffman and Senator Abler to join me in reading this proclamation. And first I want Senator Port to start off with the first beginning statement. Thank you.
Senator Port.
Whereas the Karen community has resettled in the great state of Minnesota starting in the early 2000s, with an estimated 17,000 Karens currently residing in Minnesota. And whereas the Karen New Year was first officially recognized in 1938, the 2,677th year according to the Karen calendar, and
Senator Abler.
Thank you, Mr. President. And whereas the Karen New Year is celebrated in the first day of the month of Piato in the Karen calendar, and whereas the Karen New Year marks the end of the harvest of one rice crop and the beginning of the next rice crop, and
Senator Hoffman.
Thank you, Mr. President. Whereas the Karen New Year is designed to preserve Karen culture and traditions and build relationships and trust among community members and other communities, and whereas the Karen community has built a better life for themselves and strengthened their bonds together as Minnesotans, and
Senator Hur.
And whereas the Karen New Year allows the Karen people to feel pride in their heritage and to create an opportunities for other residents to learn about and enjoy the Karen culture. Now, therefore, I, Tim Walz, Governor of Minnesota, do hereby proclaim Wednesday, January 13th, 2021 as Karen New Year Day in the state of Minnesota. And members and people of Minnesota and Mr. President, since it's still early part of the year, I want to wish everybody Happy New Year and also Happy Karen New Year coming up this Wednesday. Thank you.
Happy New Year, Senator Hur. Thank you. The Senate will come to order. Members, we will move on to the 13th order of business, announcements of Senate interest. Senator Franzen.
Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you, members, for indulging me. I know that a current custom is not to have a moment of silence for other people other than members, and I apologize for doing that last session, but I do think it was important to recognize a member of our family, of our staff. But in this case, I am not asking for a moment of silence, but I do want to recognize that we did lose a police officer at the Capitol of the U.S. Capitol, Mr. Brian Sicknick, who died after being injured due to the violence that happened on Wednesday. So I just want to remind members that our Capitol is still very much a fragile place. You drive in and you see a military vehicle right in front of our Capitol steps. You can't have access to our roadways around the Capitol, and I just want people to really understand what moment we're living in. And I certainly have been really concerned with our safety as a whole, so I just want members to really reflect and also thank our police officers who are in this chamber around this Capitol, serving us to make sure that we can do the job of our state safely. And I do want to recognize the passing of the Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick, who died again after the pro-Trump riots at the Capitol on Wednesday, January 6th. Thank you, members.
Without objection, the following members will be excused from today's session. Senator Kent. Senator Bigham.
Thank you, Mr. President. I had something to say for the Senate of interest.
Yep, we're still under announcements of Senate
okay, I'm
interest.
sorry.
Senator
I thought we moved on. Mr. President, members, very excited to announce, I don't know if you guys heard over the weekend, but I want to give a big congratulations to Jessie Diggins from Afton. She is the first American to win the Tour de Ski, and what an accomplishment. We know her as a world and Olympic champion. She was part of the team that had the first gold medal for the United States in cross-country skiing, and just want to congratulate her and say we are so proud of her, being from Afton, being from Minnesota, being from the United States, and her perseverance, her faith, her work ethic, all have led her to this moment. So just keep it going, keep the good work going. Congratulations, and on to the Olympics.
Any other announcements of Senate interest? Senator Gazelka.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Senate do now adjourn until Thursday, January 14th at 11 a.m.
Senator Gazelka moves that the Senate do now adjourn until Thursday, January 14th, 2021 at 11 a.m. All those in favor say aye. Opposed say no. Motion prevails. The Senate is adjourned.